Now Pasteur. Spare up shooting in the 8th. Rod just gave Cook a glaring glance like, I still have a few strikes left, Mr. Cook.
Well, that was a big shot. He just hurt the 5-pin there in the 8th frame. But for Rod Pasteur, time is running out. He's kept himself in the match. You can see the 2 big donuts there, the 4th and 5th frames, which had put Rod behind for the first time all day long. But he needs this strike. Cook will not let him off the hook if Rod can't strike here.
For Pasteur, with 2 big victories, now battling for his bowling life, looking for his first win against Cook, who is up in the 9th with a strike working.
The psychology of match play, the experienced player against the inexperienced. Cook, for the first time, has felt the pressure of Pasteur in a tight situation. Let's see how he reacts.
A 5-8 on the right lane for Cook.
Well, in the game of golf, that would be OB. That is about as far as you can miss Steve Cook, and he knows it. He's struggling with his game. He's still in the match. Really a great quality. That's what makes a champion. But he's left himself actually a tough spare here in the 9th frame, a choppable spare for a big hook ball player like Steve Cook. Make sure you hit that 5-pin nice and square so it doesn't chop off to the 8.
You're watching the A&W Pro Bowlers Classic, Fairlanes, Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, my heavens.
Statistician Palmer Fahlgren had already given him a chop on that shot. And you know what happened? Steve, not taking a little bit of experience from somebody else way down the line, should have thrown a hard, straight shot at that, even maybe a backup ball, because you don't shoot that spare very often, but all you have to do is avoid the chop. Now he's dug himself a hole. Pasteur is in the lead, only 1 pin difference. Chris, there could be a tie the way that scoreboard reads.
And Bo, it gets a little closer now. Time for an A&W root beer with 2 scoops of ice cream in it. You know it?
That's for me, especially with the warm weather in Phoenix. But the action just picked up here as you look at the overhead scoreboard.
Pressure.
The capacity crowd is looking at Cook with a possible 203, possible 193. Anything can happen. It's match game play, but a good possibility of a tie. Cook, trailing by 1, could now take the lead.
Head bowed, looking for his first victory. He's looking for his 13th pro win. Leaving a 7-pin.
That sets the stage with this conversion. Steve Cook, work on your spares, pal. Don't give away this 7-pin. He knows the score. You got to take a little time. I know he's a little bit dejected. He wanted that strike, but he will finish with 193. That would force Rod Pasteur to strike on the first ball in the 10th frame to win. 9 spare and a strike, we would have a tie.
Talk about having confidence in your shot. The speed he put on that ball was incredible.
Chris, for a professional bowler, this is, I would say, you have to say, the ultimate athletic moment.
Yep.
He will live by this shot the rest of his life and could have an effect on his career mentally, financially, the rest of his life. He needs to strike right here to win. As
you saw, It's an awesome leave on the right lane for a man that ran away in his first 2 matches. Oh.
Empathy for this young man. Look at that look on his face. Please don't go high. Steve Cook is the winner.
13th title, still seeking his first. Is this young man from Miami, Rod Pasteur, who thrilled us today, but what a disappointment for him. 193 to 175. National Bowlers Tour is being brought to you by A&W Cream Soda, by True Value Hardware Stores. It's more than our name, it's our way of doing business. And by Quaker State Motor Oil. The big Q stands for quality. Always has, always will.